Welcome back to the channel. It's YoNo Gaming, and we're back with yet another video. So today's video, I'm going to be going over and showing you guys a really OP underrated base spot for alphas. Wait a minute, cue the sad music. I've noticed a lot of you aren't subscribed and you're making poor old George upset looking at the analytics that's showing you guys are watching but you ain't subbing. This is a friendly reminder to sub if you are new and turn on post notifications so you can get notified when we upload. Thank you guys for the patience. Now let's get right back into the video. So this spot is really OP, and I think it's underrated. I don't see too many people building here when a lot of alphas can make a very good base spot out of this. So I don't exactly know how I'm going to title this video or what this series is going to be called, but this is going to be part one. Each video I'm going to go over a new spot. I'm going to go into single player. I'm going to build a base like this base. I'm going to build a base and show you guys like kind of what an idea of what you can build here. I mean, clearly do it your own way, do what you think is best, but I'm going to show you guys my personal favorite way to build it or how about the base, and I'm going to give you reasons why it's such a good spot. So yeah, that's what the series is going to be about. If you are new around here, subscribe, and if you do like the video, smash the thumbs up, and let's get right in the video. So we're on Genesis clearly, and I figured I would start in the ocean biome and go over one of the bases, and then I'd probably go to the bog, and then just like each biome give like a really good base spot, and then if I had to do other maps, I'll do that. I just want to start a new series on the channel and give you something else besides rat holes and all that. I'm clearly still giving base locations. I am still on Cross Arc Official, so if you haven't seen that yet, go check out that playlist. I'm still playing on there. It just kind of slowed down. I'm waiting for some more people to get built up because raiding noobs after noobs is just not my thing, and literally I only have 2 turrets on there and I have not been raided yet, so that's how you know the server is full of a lot of noobs. Granted, I am in a rat hole. So this base spot, where is the GPS? This base spot is at 14.4 and 61.3. I showed this in my top 5 or top 10 alpha base locations for Genesis. It's over in the corner. So a couple things that make this spot, in my opinion, really good is it is on the border. It is in the corner. So you don't have to worry about protecting too many sides when literally all you gotta protect is kind of the front and a little piece of the side over here, because nobody can come behind the border. I mean, yes, people can still, I guess, drop things on your base, but that's why we have these sky towers. I would definitely, now that I'm looking at it, take them quite a bit higher, just keep going up. The reason I stopped there is because I was running out of turrets in range, but if you keep going higher you can place more. Like down here we are at the 100 cap. I think we went a little over. No, see, we're at 98 turrets in the range, so we're pretty much at the 100 turret cap. But for what I did is, the reason I placed these, so you cannot put a foundation, I'm sorry about the glare, you can't put a foundation, and then you can't put too many pillars down because it wants to say, maybe this wasn't a good spot. Let's try a spot over here. So I was trying to build, now is it gonna let me know? See, I was trying to build the hanging chandeliers, but of course it's too high off the ground. So what I settled for is I placed large cliff platforms all the way around, just to kind of slow down the Quetzal bombing. I didn't want to put the turret towers too close to the edge, because once they do get through these, they can Quetzal bomb you. But since these are here, it will slow them down a little bit more. It'll cost more C4 to be able to Quetzal bomb, because I'll have to blow these up. And I was able to place a pillar in some of these areas, a ceiling, and a hatch frame. I would highly recommend doing this if not somebody's going to grapple or climb up underneath these and just easily blow them up. This will just give you some more defense. This is all built in official settings, by the way, so all this can be done in official. But yeah, I placed a pillar, a ceiling, and a hatch frame, and because we had the tech generator, it reached all the way down here. I did that on both sides. It covers pretty much everywhere. So if they try to grapple here, they're going to get shot by those turrets. If they try to grapple over here anywhere, they're going to get shot by these turrets. If they try to sneak up in this corner, they're going to get shot. And then they're going to get melted by this massive turret tower. And I guess if you had room, you could place turrets up here. But for how many turrets I have on these towers, I don't have too much room. I'm iffy about where I placed the teleporter. I placed it here. There is turrets up underneath that just in case I try to get up under that ledge. But I placed it here just kind of get out of the way because I feel like if I would place it anywhere out here, anywhere near main base, it line of sights turrets. I feel like people can hide up beside it. Like they could probably crawl down and just duck beside it. But I put it here because it's just out of the way. And it fits pretty good on the cliff plat as long as you line it up right. So that's where I decided to put the teleporter. This is one of the main turret towers. I have two main turret towers. I did not put a sky turret tower on this even though I need to, but I was running out of turret space and I figured two for now if you just keep going up would cover it, but I definitely need to put one here. That would have made this base look a lot better. But this is kind of how I do my turret towers. I try to have more heavies than tech turrets. So I'll do like 2 heavies per 1 tech turret. And then on the top I kind of switch it up and put heavies to shoot down at trikes and stuff. But that's how I did the turret tower. You could easily go up more and put like only 2 turrets per hatch frame. Or just have one massive one in the middle. I could have put a massive one like right here, just loaded it with turrets, and it could have covered both sides. But I figured we have 2, just in case they destroyed that one. I went with 2 different designs just to kind of test it out. Kind of went with this type of design, the basic design, and then I went with this like just around all sides design. They both turned out pretty good. I don't have any X species, but maybe having like 5 or 6 X species plants spread it around might help slow down golems or anything if they try to drop them. So maybe that would be a good idea. But this is the 1 turret tower. And then I also have the transmitter. Don't laugh at the scuffed crafting station. I was trying to make a really small, like condensed crafting station for official. Something like a 6-man tribe or 2 or 3-man tribe could manage, because I highly doubt seeing a solo player get to this stage. But this is what I came up with. I just tried to do like a 3x2 design just to fit everything, and I did pretty well in my opinion. I even got the replicator to fit up like that, so you can pretty much access everything. And then just got 2 of these. You can put metal bullets, metal wood, whatever, and then you got your turrets back there in case anybody tries to run up. And then here you can access the industrial forge, the fabricator, the smithy, and the chem bench all at the same time. So it may look scuffed, but it works. Like, it honestly does work for being just a small crafting station. Maybe after you get built up quite more than this. I mean, yeah, this is built up to alpha stage, but if you get built up and you're running out and forge, just 1 forge ain't doing it, which at this stage it probably isn't. You could always add 2 or 3 more forges wherever you'd like up against the border. You can get them pretty close even on official. You can get them pretty much a little clipped in, and then it'll tell you can't place it any further back. And I figured since we're gonna have an outdoor crafting station, we won't need too big of an indoor like base. So kind of what I went with, I think we need more turrets on main base, but the turret towers will cover most of it. So I went with just this little design, just a little basic design. I think it's a 3x3. And if you line it up right, you can get it perfectly lined up with the border, as long as you can still place your walls. Even if you can't, you don't really need your back walls unless somehow they start to mesh again on here. But I got it perfectly lined up where I can still place my walls, and it's close enough where nothing can fall down behind it. And then I did a sky tower off the top. I just love this base design or this base location because of this 2-way border. Now, whenever they release Genesis Part 2, I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know if they're gonna like make another part of the map, or if they're gonna expand these and all this will open up or whatever. I don't exactly know how that works. I haven't read too much about Genesis Part 2. But yeah, it's just a 3x3, 4 walls high. We got the tech doors. You don't have to build this in tech. You can use metal, whatever. But we got 2 vaults just to drop things off. We have plenty of these for all the resources. I guess I forgot the door here, but this is the breeding. We got air conditioners down below, so you can drop all your eggs up here. I know it should be a bigger spot, but just to get the basics down, and then as soon as they hatch, you can lead them outside and then raise them out there. And then you can put your cryopods in here. You can get more of these too if you fill all of these up. They hold 72 cryopods. And then you got this to cure the sickness, because there's too many people running around with sickness on official. And on Cross Arc, I am one of those people that still have the swamp. So the swamp sickness. And then you got your 2 fridges right here. You can put stuff in. And then if we come over here, I would use a wooden ladder, so if they blow it, they have to use grapples and waste materials. But we got beds placed on both sides just to give you some extra time to get spawned in if people do try to raid you. Pretty confident. Oh, well, I thought I was pretty confident they couldn't get up in here, but if they do get to right here, it's as far as you can go, and they're going to get melted by turrets unless they're to get that tower out, and then that would be an issue. So maybe we need to figure something out there. I don't know, maybe somehow place a pillar. I don't know. I mean, yeah, that kind of works. You can't get in there now. It's kind of ugly, but place a turret on there, you'll be good. Just to do anything to get people to not raid your base. Ignore the bear. I was using the bear to kind of clear out some of the bushes so it wasn't so bad. And then we got these. I already showed you these. Oh, I forgot to do one thing to this base location. So before the end of the video, I'm going to do one more thing to stop you from getting Quetzal bombed. I'll cut back, but first let me come down here. There's another one of those on the pillars. It's the only way I can get the hanging turret towers until I got over here. Now this, I was thinking of putting it all down there, but then I realized it's going to be so much harder to defend all that area. So what I did is I put the cloning chamber up on a platform. I don't know if that was dumb or smart, because if they blow up the platform, they're going to blow that up too. But if you have this pretty well defended, I mean, they might be able to cannon it or whatever, but I think it's pretty well defended. I forgot the ceiling to that, so ignore that. I'd definitely box in your generator. But I got the turrets up top. The cloning chamber, you can kind of get to go into the wall a little bit and fit perfectly. You can get a giga in here, whatever you need to get up on there to clone. Got a little ramp to go up to it. This is just 2 cliff plats. Got some turrets, and then you were able to get a chandelier on this side because there's a ground right there and it's not saying it's too high. So I built a little chandelier. I probably should have went down 2 or 3 more times and built a couple more of these hanging off, but I figured one would like get the purpose out there. Like, chandeliers come in handy just so people can't come up and blow up your platforms, so that helped out pretty well. And then down here, I should have built a protected greenhouse, but the way I looked at it, it's just a greenhouse. People can easily C-spin or break your glass. Like, it's a greenhouse. If somebody raids your greenhouse, they're just doing it to be a douchebag, and whoop-de-doo, it's just a greenhouse. So I decided not to defend it too well. I got a pretty decent turret tower built back here because it allowed me to put more turrets. Yeah, 46 in range, so I was able to... Oh... Dun 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 dun, glitchy glitch. Okay. So I would of course destroy the trees and stuff. I just kind of got a little bit lazy, but I got a decent turret tower right there. Just got a little 2x2 greenhouse. I meant to also put a industrial grill out here just to get some meat cooked up. And then we just have some turrets out here hanging off to shoot straight down. And that big turret tower to cover all of this. And I just did a little bit of spam. It's hard to tell, but I just kind of spammed foundations through here. I just spammed them through here. This is where somebody would probably fob up if they do fob up. Now, if you have the resources, you can probably build some really good turret towers down here too. I just figured I don't know, I figured it'd be kind of harder to defend because it's hilly. You would need a lot more cliff plat, so that's why I put this up here on the large cliff platform, so we didn't have to worry about all this area. The greenhouse wasn't too worried about, so like I said, it's just a greenhouse, so if they raid that, they're just wasting their materials, and they still got to get the main base. And I'm going to finish what I was going to do in front, and then I will cut back and show you the final base tour. Alrighty, so we're back, and sorry about that, I didn't really do this part, but so I didn't finish going all the way around. I'll finish that after the video, but pretty much the point of this, I'm sure you've seen everybody do this, is to take these and to stack them. Kind of gets a little frustrating trying to stack them on top of each other, but to pretty much stack them like 5 or 6 high, it slows raiders down. That's pretty much the point of it. It'll slow raiders down. Say if they try to Quetzal bomb, the Quetzal will get stuck into these, then they'll have to blow up more. So putting these all the way around the edge, the good thing about these is the reason you don't want to use pillars is because pillars, if I put a pillar here, line of sight's turrets. Actually, now that I look at it, half the turrets must have went down. Generator must have ran out of element. But yeah, put these up, stack them as high as you want to go. I usually just go 5 or 6, enough to keep a Quetzal from going straight into the side of your turret tower and blowing it up. It'll just make it a little bit harder for them to pretty much do anything. If they want to throw a rock golem up here and walk it up, this is going to be in the way. So it's just some extra spam to add. It just makes it a little bit harder to raid. So that's the point of these. So that's pretty much the base for the most part. I mean, that's everything about the base. Sky, I mean, the sky towers, I would definitely go up a little bit higher than what they are now. I mean, I would honestly just keep going. I mean, yeah, you might have to put a couple generators or actually get an actual generator and run cables all the way up it, or build a box with a generator inside of the tower. How high is the sky border? So I would honestly probably come up to like about like right here, because the turrets will shoot all the way, just to keep people, because there's those hovercrafts now. It'll just keep people from blowing into your base so easily, or dropping turtles and stuff onto your base. Let's see, where is a ceiling? But yeah, you could easily, the higher you go, you'll have more room to place turrets. There we go. I feel like the base is a little bit more defended. I don't think the turrets will reach all the way over here. I don't know, maybe. But I would also build a sky tower over here in this corner, or just off this one at least, and make it go up just as high, just to kind of defend the base a little bit. So that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new. If you did enjoy the video, share it on social media. Let's keep the channel growing. Like, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know what you guys want to see in the next video, what spot you want to see me build a base on, any tips, tricks I can build. Like, I can build turret towers for you guys. Like, I can do whatever you guys want to see. I know this wasn't the best base design, but I'm just giving you guys kind of like a heads up of a very underrated OP base spot on Genesis, even though I know Genesis is a little broke with the, I don't even know how to say it, mana garments or whatever those things are, mana I don't even know, the lava things. I haven't looked at those things in a while because I've honestly stopped playing Genesis for a little bit. I still make videos like this, but official was just getting ridiculous. It was getting broke. Like, they can drain your turrets with the fireball thing that the thing can shoot. Like, it's getting a little insane on Genesis. So until they fix some of the bugs and all that, I'm kind of avoiding playing Genesis on official right now. But I might hop back into small tribes. You never know. I say I'm gonna get off official for a little bit and then I get right back to it. Like right now I'm playing on cross arc, so I still am on official. I'm just not on small tribes or any of those. So that's gonna do it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video, and yeah.